Hello, today I will introduce you how to quick start using DynamoDB connector in Mulesoft. At the outset, I will point out that I focus on basic functionality of this connector. We need to start our work by obtaining credentials for DynamoDB. In Identity and Access Management, we should specify user and role. I assigned my user Amazon DynamoDB full access role. It can only be specified for specific operations. In Security Credentials tab, we can generate access key and secret key, which will be used when connecting to DynamoDB. In DynamoDB, I have created a sample users table with several records, based on which I will show the operation of the connector. My table has 3 columns: ID, name, and surname, with 5 example records. It's time to get specific. We will start with a connector scan. In basic settings, we should configure the connection to database. Here we fill in the access key and secret key that we received earlier in the Amazon IAM console. Scan connectors allow you to scan tables. Several things can be specified there. In general section, segment and total segments allows you to scan in parallel for better performance. For basic use, you won't use this, so I will just focus on the most useful features. Select options lets you specify what you want the result to be. Count all projected attributes, all attributes, or specified attributes. In the first case, I will focus on counting records from the scan connector. In table name, I type users. In select option, I choose count. At the end of flow, I added transform message that transformed the response from connector to JSON format. See how it works. In the response, I received information about quantity records from my table. If you want to return all records from the table, in select option choose all attributes. Remember that result is limited to 1 MB data. If your table is larger and the limit is exceeded, you need to perform another scan to get the rest of the data. In this case, last evaluated key from JSON response and exclusive start key in the configuration will help. I will add that null value here means that all data in the table has been scanned and returned. I will run my flow with new configuration. Look, that's all data from my database. I will show how to prepare the flow when you need to scan the table several times. I will limit the returned record to the value of 2, because my dataset is small. I can do it through this parameter. To the value true, I need to set the mode consistent read and specify the exclusive start keys. Based on this parameter, the next scan will have knowledge of what value the scan should start with during the next iteration. Here I set the variable last evaluated key. This variable I define in my flow in a moment. The value of my variable should be last evaluated key returned in payload. I will use object store to store and update this value all the time. With payload.lastEvaluatedKey will be stored in the cache. Initially, the value will be retrieved from the cache. The object store configuration is in the default settings. See how it works in practice. First time I ran my flow, I got 2 records. Record with ID 2 and with ID 1. I run again. Now I got also 2 records with ID 5 and 4. Okay. And when I run again, now I got 1 record with ID 3. So all records was returned and last evaluated key is null. I hope that it is clear for you. Let's move on to other options. If you want to return only a specific column, we can use the option specific attributes. Then it is mandatory to define the column name in projection expression. For example, if I want to get information only about the surname, so I set surname here. It works exactly as it should. The last option is all projected attributes. allowed only when querying an index. It retrieves all attributes that have been projected to the index. I have created a name index that is configured to cast all attributes, so all data from my table will be returned. In the connector, we need to specify the name of the index, in my case, name index. I invoke my flow and all records was returned. Based on additional query parameters, we can create dynamic formulas. For example, in the case of returning data from my table to a specific ID, which is a variable. In attribute names section, we need to create a reference to the column name from the database, in my case ID. The reference is created by the key hash plus string, in my case hash p1. In attributes value section, we create a dynamic reference to our value via key colon plus string, in my case colon c1. In the attribute value, we need to specify in JSON format data type and the value that will be searched. In my case, it's variable, specifying it a step earlier. In the filter expression section, we just need to create an expression that will compare our reference and find a match. You need to know that filter expression is applied after the elements have already been read. I will run my flow for id equal to. Record with id equal to was returned, so it works correctly. Of the unmentioned parameters, there remains conditional operator, which is legacy parameter. It is recommended to use filter expression. Attributes to gets is also legacy and it is recommended to use projection expression. To be honest, I didn't find information about the condition filter parameter in Amazon's documentation. The last parameter is return consumed capacity. It specifies the level of detail about provision throughput consumption that is returned in the response. In case of the total response, it looks like this. In the advanced section, we can save scanned output data to a target variable, as it is in the case with most connectors. I have taken you step by step through all functionality of the scan connector. I hope you found this video helpful. I plan to record more parts about other DynamoDB connectors. Thanks for watching. I invite you to join my Mule newsletter where I regularly send solutions to Mule-related problems, news about Mule, questions and assignments that will help you prepare for recruitment interviews and Mule certification exams. Link you can find in description. Thank you for watching. Bye.